What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to talk about the Dallas Mavericks and how dangerous this team looks because they are elite defensively and they have a lot of weapons on offense, and the team looks like it's gelling at the absolute perfect time. Before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let's give some love to this team because I'll be honest, for a long majority of this season, I was very skeptical of them. I was kind of like, who's going to be the one to step up outside of Luka? Because we all know Luka can show up in the playoffs and ball out, but you need that second guy. Jalen Brunson, he's showing he is that second guy. The dude's averaging basically 30 in the playoffs, carried them to a couple wins. He's been electric, doing everything that you can ask out of a secondary ball handler and primary at times because he did drop 40 in one game. I think he deserves a lot of love, and he's gonna get a big old contract because if you've paid attention, he is due for a contract this offseason, and he's gonna get paid. He might get maxed. I don't know what his contract is exactly gonna look like. We'll see later on. I don't really want to think too much about that because this is the video about the whole team. But speaking of the team, it's got to have its leaders and everything like that. I'm not going to talk about Luka right here, but Jason Kidd deserves so much credit for this because defense, I think, is a lot of times it comes from coaching, like scheme and, getting the guys to buy in and apply their effort into the defensive end and playing together and the cohesiveness. That's a lot on coaching and figuring out rotations that work the best. And I really think he's done an excellent job at that. You can tell that he's keyed in with his players. His players are playing hard for him every single second. And I think that's an indictment of the coaching. I think that goes back to the coaching and how important it is because, you can't win championships with bad coaching. It just doesn't happen. So I think he's proving that he is an excellent coach. And I love that for him because, he won a ring with my Lakers as an assistant coach, and now he's proving himself as a head coach. It's great to see. Great to see. Given that they bought in defensively and they're on a string together every possession. And I think that is so important in the playoffs because bad defensive teams don't win championships. It just doesn't happen. I don't know if defense technically wins championships, but it's a huge part of it. And this team plays as one defensively. The effort is on full display, and they've got really good defenders. I mean, Reggie Bullock's a really nice defender. Dorian Finney-Smith, one of my favorite defenders to watch because he can guard a lot of different players. Dwight Powell is a pretty good help defender. Josh Green gets into your jersey. Maxi Kleber is a really effective defender. Like, they've got bodies out there. I mean, heck, even Luka looked like all NBA defense tonight in Game 5 against the Jazz. And for your star to buy in and apply effort like the way he is, once again, that goes back to the coaching a little bit. But, as a team, the defense is just electric. They turn people over. And I think, if you want to go far, defense is a good place to start because if you have a great defense, you're always going to have a chance because you're going to be able to string together stops. So if the offense is lagging along, you're at least going to be able to keep yourself in the game most of the time. So I think defense is a huge aspect of that. And the team and the coach deserves a lot of credit for that because it's awesome. And then I think also in the playoffs, especially, you need elite level shot creation. And they have one, I'm going to say they have one elite level shot creator, and that's Luka Doncic. This is not a diss to Jalen Brunson because I think there's really only a handful of elite level shot creators. But Jalen Brunson is a very, 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 very good shot creator. So him as that second option, that's cool. You can win with that. I think you got a chance with that. And I think that's all you can ask for. Spencer Dinwiddie is not great at it, but he's good. I think he can fit into that 6-man role pretty nicely. I think what he provides is helpful for the team. When one of those guys sits, he can come on and provide that secondary ball handler and everything like that. So I think that's important because if you can't create shots for your teammates, your team's probably not going to go very far. And one thing that I personally really, really love about this team is they score in all 3 levels. They do. You watch it, they can get to the rim, they can dunk on you, but they can also get into the paint or into that mid-range, knock those down. Brunson's really good at it. Luka likes that little post-up fadeaway. He's good at it. And they're not shy about shooting the mid-range. They're not just completely abandoning that like the team they're playing in the Utah Jazz. They're playing all 3 levels of the floor. And of course, when you have Luka Doncic, you're going to get open threes. Brunson's knocking them down. Luka's hitting his step backs. Dorian Finney-Smith is hitting them. Bullock's hitting them. They're getting threes everywhere. So that's a 3-level offense. And I think that's important when you have a good defense for going on a long run in the playoffs. An unsung hero on this team, I feel like, is Dwight Powell. He is like just all effort, all hustle. And you need those guys as glue on your team because I feel like every offensive rebound that goes up, he is fighting for it. Every defensive rebound, he's fighting for it. He draws a lot of fouls on getting his offensive rebounds because people, he's just basically harassing people to make sure he gets them. And what that does, I think, over a full game, just wears teams down in the paint, so that when Brunson wants to attack, they just don't have anything left in the tank to stop him. And then you got Luka, obviously, who's already a nightmare to stop anyway. The dude was shimmying in the middle of the third quarter as he was outscoring the Jazz by himself. I love what this team is doing. They are fantastic. Going back to like my favorite like revelation of this season and Luka Doncic's defense, because for the first few years of his career, he's kind of been food on the defensive end. But this, I think that was honestly because he just didn't really apply himself to it. Now he's applying himself to it. You watched him tonight at least, and he's over here, making it hard for Clarkson, making it hard for Bogdanovic. The effort's on full display. Heck, he's even making it hard for Mitchell. Like he's applying himself there, and that's what happens when your top guy applies himself from the coaching and everything like that. Is now guys 2 through 15 apply themselves, and then the effort is all there. The defense is turning people over, creating transition, getting wide open threes. It's all like flowing together. And I've harped on defense a lot in this video because the defense leads to great defense leads to great offense, in my opinion, and they're doing that. So they deserve a lot of credit for it, and that's what. Anytime you're in the playoffs and you have that, it makes you dangerous because even if your offense slows down, the defense is going to keep you in it. And if the defense is even mid-level and then the offense is going, you're probably going to be winning. So it's awesome. It's awesome. They fight for literally everything. It's just any loose ball, somebody is diving for it. Somebody's, putting out full effort, and it's awesome to watch. Honestly, the Dallas Mavericks are, for me, a surprising, excellent basketball team. They're so much fun to watch. I'm glad that they proved my skepticism wrong, and it's awesome to watch because Luka looks like he's Luka. The calf doesn't look like he's bothering him, which is nice. He was wincing a little bit, and I think it was like the second quarter or something like that. But he looks, movement-wise and turning and, cutting everything. He looks like his normal self, which is good because those calf injuries can be a little weird. I think the next series for the team, they'll play either the Phoenix Suns or the New Orleans Pelicans. And honestly, they have a good chance no matter who they play, no matter if Booker is back or not. Because when you have the core concepts that they have and the shot creation and the attention to detail and the coaching, you're always going to have a chance. So I really think that they have I don't know how great the chance is, but they have a good one. They have a good one against Phoenix if Booker's back. If Booker's not back and Phoenix makes it out, then you'll probably take Dallas to win that series. But and then I'm not going to just write off the New Orleans Pelicans because they've been playing great too. Like obviously Dallas would have the best player on the floor in Luka, and then it'd probably go Ingram, and then CJ and Brunson kind of look like a toss up right now. Although CJ has that big time playoff experience, so that might give him a little edge or whatnot. But they've got a good chance in the playoffs here. And then after that, it's probably what is it? Either one of the Warriors, Grizzlies, and Timberwolves. Probably the Warriors, if I had to pick a bet on that. They've got a shot here. They've got a shot because of how they play. And I'm not going to make predictions on it because I'm just going to enjoy it. As Dallas fans, you guys should definitely just be enjoying this because this is really the first year, I feel like, of Luka's tenure where it looked like the entire team has bought into what they're doing and everybody's meshing and it's just working. It's coming together at the best time. I think that's great. Dallas fans, let me know how you're feeling about this series. It's 3-2. This series, in my opinion, should have been over already. If it wasn't for a lob at basically at the end of the last game before game 5, the series is over. They've outplayed the Jazz basically every game in the series. I think it's pretty much over. Not to just slam the lid on the Jazz, but it's kind of been proven with the Jazz in the past that the way that they play and the roster construction just isn't it. So Dallas fans, let me know how you're feeling about the team's future of this postseason, what your expectations are, how excited you are, how much you're enjoying it, because you should be. And then I've had a couple conversations on Twitter about Jalen Brunson's contract and what he might get and what they think would be fair. Let me know in the comments or on my Twitter. I'll plug it right here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. I really appreciate that as well. It helps my channel a ton. All right, Dallas Mavericks, y'all look legit. You're a dark horse in my opinion, but you have a good chance. Done here. Peace.